Black water, bottled water, doesn't matter. It all makes you buzz and ping. Welcome back to HC Transformation. It's been a long awaited episode. We are on
Yes.
episode number 9. It's been a few weeks between drinks, but Liz has had exams flat
Yeah.
out. He's absolutely crushing it. Got placements. So many things to cover off in this episode. So yeah, how you going?
Good, good. Life has been absolutely insane, as you just mentioned. I finished all my exams for uni, which were nutty. I had like 3 assessments due in 1 week. It was insane. And they were big boys, like 45% each. And then I've just been working. I basically only have like maybe 1 day off each week at the
Mhm.
moment, and I've been doing school. And you would be really proud of me, and people on here wouldn't know. I decided to sign up for Touch on a Monday night, and I'm doing OzTag on a Tuesday night. Just
Oh,
like fun
damn. Two
social,
running
fun
activities. That's
social.
big. Look at you
Yeah, fun
go.
social.
Is there
Yeah.
going to be space on the team so I can slap some boots on when I'm back? A little five
I
minute
will, well,
thing
to
off
be
the bench.
honest, you dead set could, because most weeks we're out like a person, but the Monday is like mad chill, like super. You literally vote for who's funnest.
So probably
Like we
not for
like
me.
No, but you give like a point score. No, you'd find it'd be hilarious because we're all competitive, but we're all just like literally everybody's just laughing the whole time. It's just banter the entire game. You'd actually
Yeah.
enjoy it, but we would definitely probably need your help on a Tuesday because we're always down players and we suck.
Look, I don't know how well I'd go. I'm in the triple digits now, so I'm a bit of a hoofer. Well, not a bit of a hoofer.
Listen,
I'm still lean, but I don't know if my shins would be able to handle it. I'd just be throwing
that's
3-man cutout balls from under the ruck, just oof straight out to the wing. Feel
literally wouldn't even be that different, dude. That's like the biggest thing for me when I first did it. The very first week of both, I was like, I had to run. I was like, oh shit, I can run now. What? This is so exciting. I was like, does it hurt or anything? I used to get, as you know, Van, I used to get like massive feet
Hmm.
pain from running all game. And so I run
Yeah,
almost all
yeah.
game.
How was the feet? Because it's
Pretty good.
12, 13. Well, about 15 was the lowest, but we're at about 13 and a half loss now, which is pretty fucking gnarly.
Yeah, pretty insane. We fluctuated back
Very,
up this week because it's the monthly.
very natural.
Pretty, pretty huge for me. But yeah, no, we're doing well. I'm chugging
Yeah.
along. Had a bit
I'm
of
just
flexibility in terms of my training's been a bit not so great, not very happy with myself for that. But I had to make the decision of sleep and mental health or training. And for me, I have to pick sleep.
Yeah, I don't know how much you're willing to disclose, but I'll keep it very brief. Lisa has done a tremendous job with her journey of mental health battles. That's something
Mm.
for her to open up on her own social channels. I'm not going to dive too much into that unless she chooses to off the back of what I'm going to say here. But the biggest step is with Lisa was she used to capitulate in these situations that happen where she'd go, "Oh, I can't train, I can't do this," and the toys went out the cot. What she did was she just went, you know what, I'm going to prioritize what I can control and something has to give. So for her, it was okay. Actually getting to the gym is what I'm going to give, but I'm still going to get movement in. I'm still going to eat healthy. So that way I'm still feeling pretty good, but I'm just going to manage what I can manage. Also, with what she does when she's on placement, she's on her feet all day. So she's racking up some serious steps. I reckon you're probably up 50% of your normal step count when you're in school, because you're moving around, constantly helping the
What?
kids you at least. And then she's been working her cafe job for anyone that's local to the Wollongong Shore Harbour area, Perch. She can
Mm.
rack up 20K plus steps in a 4 or 5 hour span because she's up and
Yeah.
down stairs, catering and waitering. So that's
Yeah.
one big thing that I think everyone can take away, and I have implemented into my life off the back of how well she's done it. I have been very good at it, but with me starting the business and taking care of other people, I can happily admit I definitely wasn't prioritizing things like that and going, okay, well, certain things have to be more of a priority in certain situations. And it's really important understanding where you're at in phasing, just in life. Who cares about the training phasing per se, but where you're at in life and picking the right thing and pulling the right lever is a big thing. Again, said it 1,000 times on the podcast. I say it to all the clients. moments are moments. It's still about stacking those good moments because if you throw the toys out with the cot, it's not going to help anyone. It's not going to help you. So, she picked her moments really, really well. And as a big brother and a coach, I'm incredibly proud of her for doing that because now she doesn't feel ruined. She doesn't feel burnt out. She controlled what she could control, which was I'm going to stay on track with my diet. I'm going to stay on track with my movement. But unfortunately, I can't prioritize training to the level I wanted to, but I'm still going to keep my sleep at a good level. And in turn, she still made progression because she was able to recover, she was able to perform, and she's in a better headspace. And for her, it was a chance to pull that career lever, and she pushed herself ahead. I know I certainly did it coming out the back of comp. I focused and probably a little bit detrimentally didn't focus on my recovery as much as I should have in regards to sleep and things like that. And I wasn't
Mm.
necessarily the perfect version of myself to the people in my life. So it's making sure that you prioritize those levers that are important to pull in that situation. Wouldn't you feel that's probably the biggest change that you found is knowing how to pull your levers correctly?
Genuinely, it's been a very long and tough road, and I certainly paid a lot of money to work out that I sleep is one of the most important things for me personally in terms of keeping the rest of my life on track. If it's usually it used to be, sorry, the thing that I would forego and I would cut it right down and be sleeping like maybe 2 hours a night, and I'd just be burning, 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 and it would everything else in my life would collapse because I let that factor go and I had to learn. And then I went from not letting sleep go to just completely going off my food plan, and that didn't work as well. And because that was so much harder for me to get back onto, whereas this time around I've gone, okay, as you said, then I can do my food, I can do generalized movement, and I can get my sleep because I know my sleep is my biggest thing of all. It helps everything else. And the nutrition was the one that I was super focusing on with you. And I know that's the one that I have to put the most work into. So I was like, if I keep on track with the nutrition, I can jump back in the gym super easy. That's not a hard thing personally for me because I absolutely love going to the gym. So it doesn't take much effort to add it back in. Whereas trying to add nutrition back in is a feat in itself for me. So I'm quite happy with where I've ended up. But yeah, I've had a big road with mental health and things. I was
Nutrition
previously
and all, I feel like
diagnosed.
it's so real. Like you making positive decisions around nourishment has been a big road for you to see that
Mm,
recovery and nourishment is what you need to prioritize. Because look, one of the things that is very common for I found more and more in my experience as I've worked with different ranges of people. Blokes tend to be a little bit better at going, "Oh, I need a big sleep here," but ladies, you guys have the tendency to think more is better. So, and that's a very uh, genetic and I'm going to say the wrong word here, so you can correct me, Alyssa, but fraternal, is that the right word? Where, you guys are very nurturing
maternal,
people. Maternal, that's the
maternal.
word.
You're
It's
blending,
tip
yeah,
of my tongue.
maternal and paternal. Men is paternal, women
Yeah.
is maternal.
So it's on the tip of my tongue there. I was close. I was close. But it's a very maternal thing where you want to care and make sure you're taking care of everyone, and you
Mm,
often negate your own self-care. So that's one
yes.
thing we worked on with you, and I've worked on with many other ladies in our team is making sure you still prioritize yourself because you're the best version of yourself, and you present the best not just for yourself, but for your family and for your friends and for the rest of your life when you take care of yourself. And I think blokes
And
are probably a little bit better at that due to how things used to be back in the day where, the good old, blokes don't have feelings, shut up and listen mentality, which meant you just took care of shit by yourself and you didn't speak out on mental health and you didn't speak out on taking care of yourself. So,
mm,
guys became a little bit better at going, okay, I have to manage my own needs. Where ladies, again, from that maternal side of things, you got to try and take care of everybody else before you take care of yourself. So,
yeah,
uh,
again, being that olden day thing of it was our job to take care of everybody else as well.
and
Anyway.
we love our parents very dearly, but they, to an extent, because of their upbringing from their parents, that's what they had instilled in them. So they were pretty good.
Mm,
But I don't know, me as being the eldest, I definitely went, I should get on with it, right? Which has been a
yeah,
blessing and
whereas
a curse, where you
I
had a little
started
bit of the
like that. Well, I
Yeah.
started like that, and then mum gave me an ultimatum in high school and went, you either go to your own psychologist and we get you your own private one, or you're going to a school counselor. You don't have a choice. You have to do one, because she was extremely concerned about me. Rightly so, in hindsight.
Mhm.
Um,
And I
but that
think
kind of
dare
kickstarted my
say,
journey of going against the norm and going, I don't give a shit. I need to manage myself before others, because I'm useless. Otherwise, I can't help anybody. And
yeah.
it was a tough. I certainly went the longest, hardest possible way to get to that conclusion. Let's put it that way.
And I think it's a little bit with a middle child. I hate the term, but middle child syndrome as well is
Yeah.
it can get hidden because you don't like, when I am being the eldest, it's obvious that I have to take care of myself, right? Because there's two other people younger
Mm.
than me. That's an example. Where the middle child sort of gets caught between a bit of this limbo of, oh, like I want to take care of other people, but I can take care of myself. So you then tend to be very good at taking care of others' needs and neglect your own. Because as the eldest, you go, no one's coming to get me. No one's coming to save me. And you get this mindset of it's me or nothing. Like if I don't take care of me, no one's going to take care of me. Which has made me
Mhm.
very good at pushing limits in my own physical career, all that kind of stuff. But it's also made me a little bit of, when it's come to particularly romantic relationships, um, struggle to understand where they're coming from. So that's definitely something I've had to work on and be a bit more diligent on, where I'm empathetic to other people unless they're very close to me, which it's a bit of a contradictory one, I think, until
No,
recently.
it's not. It's pretty standard because, like, I'm great with emotions when it comes to, I can identify them, but I don't know how to react to them. I'm great at identifying, and if it's a problem, I'll fix it. But if you just want to like conversate with me, I just kind of don't get. I just like,
Yeah, well, I think
cool.
I'm better at the inverse now. I'm good at sitting.
You've always has you personally, out of the two of us, from my perspective, I'm the practical problem solver in terms of if there's actually like a physicalized issue that we can solve. That's my forte. Whereas anything like social, emotional, empathy, you've always been way better at that than me. Whereas I just went,
I'm very
too
hyper
much, can't
aware.
handle it, I'm gone.
I've always been very hyper aware, often to my detriment, of how someone may feel in a situation, but struggled with regulating why they feel that way until a lot of the work I've done in the last 18 months. And that's
Mm.
one of the many reasons for Lissa's skill set and my skill set why I've been borrowing Lissa's expertise to actually jump on meetings with me. Not for like obviously bringing new folks into the team or anything like that, but for growing and bringing on new systems and helping with that because I can get a little bit excited at times. Like, oh, this is the new shiny toy. Where Lisa comes in and goes, okay, great. Why? Why? Because I can make the critical thinking if you give me 2 seconds sometimes, but it's
But
it's
you
good to
can't, you
sometimes
do
go
make the
different.
critical think. You just make a bit more of a snap judgment. Whereas I just like to know everything. I drive people insane with the why question, man. That's just it's my bread and butter.
I'm very
And
action driven. I'd rather, and like it gets me to places very quickly, and it's made me be able to learn 3 years of nuance in the space of 6 months, where it would take, no disrespect, but it'd take Lister 3.5 because she'd ask and she'd wait and she wouldn't act. I'd just go, let's see, let's give it a go. Let's throw it at a wall and see if it
yeah,
hits.
no, I'm too
So I can
analytical, I
hit,
think.
hit, hit, hit. But it also means you find a lot more walls, and when things start tumbling against you, they tumble very quickly. Um,
Yeah. Whereas
so
I like to plan and build and plan some more and modify plan and then plan a little bit more
yeah,
and then
no
analyze
action.
and then
I'm
plan
all
and then do.
action. I'm all action, 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 and that's where the beautiful thing of having Heyman and coaching is great. Is I've been able to bring on Lissa and have Lissa help me out with being a little bit more because she enjoys it as well. So it's not me just being like you're doing this, but having
No,
Lissa
I
sort of
love
like
it.
review the strategy side of things where I'm like I'm already doing it, but what do you think? And then you just
Yes.
bring the hiccup there,
I
and she
literally
can
half the time I just
and also
rephrase your
demoted.
thoughts. I just
Yeah, so
rephrase
I say
exactly
it
what
back to
you
me.
thought.
I already know it. But she just says it back to me and goes, "Are you sure?" And I go, Well, if you look at X and Y and Z and T and Q and I, and
I'm
you're
like,
like, sits there and goes, I don't even know what that means, but I know you're just recalculating this in the head, and then often I'll come back to the same conclusion and go, no, no, it was the right decision. It just stops me second guessing it.
I literally am just a sounding board. I'm a human sounding board, Ben, and I'm okay with that. That's fine. Because you do, I
I
do
mean,
the same thing to you when I tell you about school, because you have no idea what I'm talking about. Absolutely none, but I just
I
talk
actually
about
have a little bit of an understanding because obviously I did study teaching for a year, so I understand it to a
but more
level. I
in
don't
terms
have
of the special
support
needs
teaching.
students.
Oh God, no, 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 no. That is not my forte,
I know.
at all. I don't have the sensibilities for that, and I'm happy to admit that. But again,
It's
that's one of those things where I harp on and I champion to anybody that it's very important to have an inverse and coverse relationship with somebody in your life where you can be all go, but you can't do everything on your own. It's just not possible. If you think you're on a fitness journey by yourself, you're not. There's 1,000 people that are supporting you. If you think you're on a career journey
mm,
by yourself, you can't do it by yourself. There's points where you're gonna need somebody else. You can definitely get most of the way and off the ground by yourself, but if you want to be able to progress and scale and develop and get to that next level, if you think you're doing that by yourself, you're not. Like that's where coaching comes in. That's where positive relationships is. You know, male or female, whether you're running a business and you're high powered or not, all the most, I can say this without a shadow of a doubt, particularly being in Bali and being around a lot of entrepreneurs and in a lot of conversations I have absolutely no right in sitting in. Every single one of them has a powerful partner or significant other that is able to be there so that they can support them because there is no one else that's going to back your vision more than a partner or a support system and also be able to
mm.
go, hey, if you think you can do it by yourself, you're sorely mistaken. And the other thing is you won't enjoy it as much. That's the big learning curve I've had in the last probably 6 weeks is all great trying to do it by yourself. It's not as much fun without having somebody that you trust and value involved. Whether that is a
Mm.
fitness journey and you can share that with a coach, whether that is you've got a psychologist that you're working through your mental health struggles with, counselor, whatever, the therapist, wherever you're at with that, a teacher, a parent, when you're going learning, same when you have a kid, you can't have a kid by yourself. It doesn't matter, like everyone has a support network. Like, it takes two to do pretty much most things. So that's definitely something very powerful and a bit of a soapbox for me there. Sorry. But that's definitely
I was
one thing
about to
I've
say, this is certainly a
learned.
revelation for you compared to how you used to
Yeah.
feel.
No, I was very much do it myself. I don't need anyone. Um, and look, I think largely still I am overcoming that day to day of not needing somebody, but I've had the opportunity to sort of review and overlook some things in regards to how I approach my life, in all honesty, about relationships and things like that. And I think being more comfortable in who I am as an individual will help that. But I don't know if I'm at the point where I'm ready for someone to come into my life and be able to me accept it, but I think I'm more open to it than I was.
Well, let me throw a tidbit in that I have, that was my goal when I initially started my mental health journey and I started getting psych help and I went on the medication route. But you can't do meds by themselves. You have to have therapy as well. Is the line that I love to live by is you shouldn't need, if you want to bring somebody else into your life, you shouldn't need them. You should want them to be there. You should want to share your life, but you shouldn't need them
Hmm.
necessarily, which is,
Yeah,
I think, like the best perspective to have it. Like, because otherwise you just rely on them and then things fall apart really quickly. It's not a safe
become
foundation to
codependent,
be set on.
start walking on
Yeah.
eggshells. Mm. And I can admit I
Yeah.
blew up both my last two relationships from doing that.
Yeah.
And that's
You,
something
you
I worked through in
needed
my
them.
last
You
coaching
didn't want
niche.
them.
I
Mm.
went from wanting to needing, where now I think it would be purely a want because I'm sort of at a point where I don't need anybody. Not sort of. I don't need anybody. I mean, I'm
Mm.
living. currently been in a foreign country by myself for the last 5.5 weeks. But I've also learned the importance of having quality relationships, friendships, family, whatever that is, having very quality relationships in your life. Um, and distinguishing what those roles play in life as well.
Yeah.
It's been a bit, I hate to be fucking one of those people, but I had the joke made to me when I left recruitment, being like, "You going on your little eat, pray, love?" And I hate to admit it, there's definitely been points where it's a little bit like that. And I think I don't know if I told you. I think I may have told dad, but I definitely got a bit homesick a couple
No,
of
you
weeks.
told me.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I did break tell you. When we're chatting post your exams and between the other incident that we'll cover off in a second. But yeah, I definitely got homesick, and that then reflected due to fatigue. I ended up getting a big old parasite. So it wasn't barley belly, it turned out. It was worse. It was a parasite. So I shit me guts out for like for a whole week
As
straight
usual,
and lost
as
10 kilos.
usual, you are
Put it
just
all
my thing is as usual, you're all or nothing. You just had to go to the extreme, as usual.
Yeah. And
All
then there
in.
was more extremes, but they don't need to be covered off in this podcast. Some things don't need to be blasted all over in on the internet. But
I agree with that.
yes, it's been a positive. As with anything, with any up, there's a down. With any down, there's an up. And it's just about how you
Mm.
choose to look at those things and take them on board. It's been a very big, humbling, and learning experience over the last 4 weeks. Um, and yeah, definitely changed how I view a lot of things. You can probably even see from my posture, it's a bit of an uncomfortable topic still, but we're working on it. And that's the whole point of this is
Progress, Penny.
being open with people. But Melissa's now joined the crew of having crashed the vehicle and ridden one off. So we're gonna have that funny one. Nah, she's all good. I went big brother on the whole situation when it happened and made her go to hospital and get head scans and all that. She wasn't happy with me, but she
So
also got more.
boring.
Yeah, it sucks, but I'd rather make sure you don't have any freaking CTE or nothing. So
Yeah, but
there's
I'm
only
not
one of us
you.
in this
I haven't had
family
enough
that, yeah,
head
there's only
knocks.
one person in this family that's allowed to have bulk CTE, and that's going to be me. Because it's definitely not going to be Tom because he doesn't leave his freaking bedroom. Um,
That's yeah. Well, you'd be very proud. We are doing OzTag and Touch together. We play in the same team.
oh, so you got him out of the house for 2.5 hours a week. That's good.
I
It's two and a
forcibly
half
I
hours.
I made him join he like semi chose to join OzTag, and then when our mate Reese, mum's teacher's aide friend, asked if we wanted to do touch, I told him he was doing it, didn't have a choice.
Love
Because I'm a good
that. No,
sister.
it's good. I like that. I'm here for it. I'm
You
here
would
for it.
genuinely be so proud of him. He is actually really good. For a
Yeah.
kid who's never played footy before, really good.
Got a bit of a step to him, does he? Or is he just quick?
Yeah, both. He's got the
'Cause I know his
hands too.
hands are like baby giraffes.
No, no, you should see him. He's good passing, good runner, the works tagger.
Really?
You when you come back, if we still got a game, you'll have to come watch because he is really good.
I am very much looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to be proved the wrong. Absolutely.
Ironically,
Um,
I think he's actually like way better than hockey, to be honest with you, which is weird.
oh really?
Well,
Um,
he's less like lanky and awkward than he used to be.
positive. That's a positive. That's a positive. No,
Yeah.
I'm happy.
I was proper like shell shocked, like he could spiral pass. I'm like, oh, back up what? I was like,
So you do
who did you
remember all
learn
those
that on?
times that I pretty much forced him to pass a footy in the backyard with me?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, everybody goes, well, how do you know how to pass so well? And I'm like, yeah, because I got sick of getting hit in the head, so I learned how to pass and catch.
Yeah, because I always had a footy in my hand growing up. Was that a hockey stick or a cricket bat? I just always had something sporty in my hand. So then that meant the other two had it thrown at them because I wanted somebody to play pass with
Well,
when they
mostly me, and because back when we were kids, I was like a proper head shorter than you. the almost the entire time, if I didn't catch, I got hit in the face with the ball because, as usual, you were pretty darn accurate and would throw it at your chest height, which was my head height. So I went to catch fast.
I mean, there's not that much of a difference anymore, but yeah,
Not anymore, but back then there was.
it's still like 2 inches, but yeah.
I'll give you a little bit. It's like yay much.
Yeah, hey, you saying it like it's a fucking mill. Let's pull your fucking high horses back. You're like what, 174, 164 or something? 164?
165. Don't short me my centimeter, man.
Well, I got you by 8 centimeters, which isn't much.
Yeah, but it's
Post
more. I'm
eight
used to like
centimeters.
you.
Comp
I'm used
season.
to standing next to Tom. He's like this much taller. You're like
Yeah.
here.
I still remember that Tom being like, I'm taller than you. And I was like, please keep growing.
He just stopped though. He shorted out.
He's like 5'10".
Yeah, I guess. But compared to the
Yeah.
uncles, he's not that tall.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, that genetic didn't get passed down to us, but that's all right. Can't win them all.
Fair, very
Um,
fair, Benny.
yeah.
Oh,
It's good to know that he has some level of athleticism starting to creep in, though. That's made me very happy, to be honest.
yeah, he's a good runner. That's the thing. He's got dad's athleticism because he's like slender, but he's got good running. And when he
Is
actually
he
runs every
athletic or
week,
is he dad athletic?
like
Probably dad.
dad athletics, more dad. It's like it's distance and endurance, whereas you were just like brute force.
I have a better overall running times than dad. I made it further
Now,
than dad in every cross country. Nah, dad and I's overall like peak times at the same age when we were in year 11 and 12, I beat dad.
yeah, but in terms of like lack of training, Tom is like pretty good considering he barely trains. Like if he trained, he would be so much better because he's also got like a foot on dad in terms of
Yeah,
height. Whereas
that's
the
true.
people dad was versing back in school were all like 6'4" and he's a short ass like me.
I remember. It'd be interesting to see if we can find that photo that dad has of state cross country where it was like to me.
Yeah,
And
dad.
but it was like everyone was like this big. It was like boom, 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 boom. And then it was like dip, 4 foot wide, back to slender bean poles. I
Yeah.
looked incredibly out of place.
You were just power, dude. Like, I'm not saying like you weren't powerful in the legs. You just like
Power and no quit.
generalized all
Honestly, I'd
body
be fucking
power.
throwing up and just wouldn't stop.
Yeah, I remember. I
Yeah, that
recall.
was rank. Yeah. That PB ran at State Cross Country at Eastern Creek, worst running track ever. Horrible. Um, I vomited twice. That was
I literally can't. I'm still mad at the fact that I'm still disappointed. I missed out on one place by going to
yeah.
state back in primary school because the person wasn't even there. We found out later. I counted right, but it was a like a mail in. They were away for some reason and they just let them submit a time but didn't tell any of us runners on the day that we
My
had one less
most
spot.
arrogant and impressive achievement is getting to the point where I made state cross country so many times that I didn't even have to go to regional in year 12 and they let me go straight through to state. I was like, fuck yeah. I was like,
I didn't run. I think
yeah. I
I
was
stopped
also
running in high
incredibly
school.
fit by the time we got to year 12. And the fact that I ran, also, the other thing that's ridiculous, oi, all credit to dad for this. Like, the fact that we drove back from Maryborough and then I ran the next day after having played, what, a week of hockey. I
Look,
ran on the
I'm a believer.
Friday, finished the semi. Yeah, because we lost in extra time to a stroke, because Jake and I were discussing this morning. I
Ah,
haven't forgotten about this. We stayed, we watched the final because we thought I was in the running for schoolboys. New South Wales ended up only being on the like extended list, unfortunately. We got to hear Will get called out, so that was worth it, staying for him. Then we got straight in the car and we drove all the way from Maryborough, which for anyone that doesn't know where Maryborough, it's not Maryborough. Fuck, that was the scout camp. It was
sounds like what?
Tweed Heads, basically. Tweed Heads, sorry.
Yeah.
Tweed Heads, slightly inland to Tweed Heads, somewhere starts with an M. But yes, from Tweed Heads, so the border, all the way down to Eastern Creek in Sydney, which is in south of the bridge in the western suburbs, in a day. And then I ran the next morning. I do not know how the fuck I pulled that off and absolutely crushed it. Did make it to national, but we got top 50.
Marilbra. Marilbra.
Yeah, yeah,
Mawilumba.
that's the one.
Mawilumba.
Moorwillenbar, that's the one. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
there you go.
Hockey complex actually, but yeah, that was yeah, Dad the real MVP for pulling that one out. Um, that was pretty stupid and ridiculous of me. My hamstrings were not good for a while after that. And on top of that, I also did. I had the busted up foot in year 12 too, didn't I?
I genuinely have no idea, dude. I was way too busy going through like 12 fucking mental breakdowns through my own and my friends and just mentally getting absolutely fucked. So I
True,
don't
true.
really remember half of that.
I
I've
remember
like
that. I was
trauma
just never at
blanked
school.
almost all of high school.
Yeah, I was just never at school in year 12. It was great. I was always at some sporting
Yeah,
event.
I mentally have blanked out almost all of high school because it was a rather enduring is a good word
I mean,
for it.
yeah, high school wasn't great. I was just all right at sport.
You were also just very charismatic, dude, so you did well.
I didn't have a choice. It was that get bullied for being fat or make jokes before they made the jokes. So I just got good at making the joke before they made the joke. Because they can't make the
Ah,
joke if you take the joke away.
see, I just decided to be scary instead.
Oh, it doesn't work when you're like at that point like 5'3". And
Yeah,
I got
apparently I was scary though. That's what I got told by people who decided to become, and then they stuck around long enough and became friends with me. And they're like, I was really scared of you. You're not that scary. And I was like, I'm
I mean,
aware.
in the nicest possible way. You also remember that who your big brother was.
Yeah, lots of people. No, no, but this is like the girls, Ben. The girls didn't care.
Yeah, that's true.
The guys in my year were
Yeah,
scared
the
of you,
boys
but they
definitely
were
never
also,
said anything to you after about year 9, after I got that very hefty suspension for getting into a punch over the number of the boys in your year.
was it?
Oh no, that was that was year 12, wasn't it? Just before I left because Tom came the next year. Yeah,
I
it
don't
was.
know.
Yeah. Because that was when you remember that friend you had, Olivia?
Yeah,
Yeah, she was dating that absolute fucking knobhead.
probably, yeah.
His name, but yeah, absolute knobhead. And it was like him and his four musketeers.
Yeah, because he didn't like me because I called him a wanker to his face way too many times because he was a dipshit and I thought he was a wanker. So I
Cheater.
told him.
And he was a cheater. And then he decided to have a crack at me after I just failed a very important English exam. And younger Benny didn't have the greatest temper control. He could temper control most things until you spoke ill of his little sister or his mother. Then,
Well,
unfortunately, temper control went out the window. Actually, quite the contrary. I become more controlled when I get to those states. But yeah, anyway.
I'm aware.
So,
This is why
that was pretty.
we only went to town together once because you and
I'm
your
fine.
one of your
It
shut up.
wasn't
No,
me, it was Nate.
let me finish. No. Let me finish telling the story, please and thank you. You and what his best friend, basically my brother, he's basically our surrogate brother at this point. Nate
Yeah, big little brother.
decided a dude bumped into me in the club by accident. Totally, literally, we were both walking backwards and we ran into each other. And these two knobheads decide to try and fight him. And I'm standing there going, stop. And you
I
two
just told him to
knobheads.
pull his head in, and the Nate was like, I'm gonna take his head. And I was like, oh yeah.
Then you were like, oh, yeah, let's go. And I was
Then
like,
he
can you
arced up and
both
started
settle?
talking shit. And we weren't gonna
No,
stand
he
for it.
didn't. You two were just looking for a fight that night.
I wasn't. I'm not a violent individual.
Bullshit.
Nate starts it, I just help finish it.
That's like, well, you'd laugh at this. The boys that I work with at Perch Bar do not believe that I've never been in a fight.
Nah,
They won't
you
believe
don't
me.
have to. Because I wasn't even actually, this is a funny one. So one of my best mates, his name is Lockie Jones. Hey, Lockie. He
We can't,
he
Lockie.
is
I love Lockie.
not like you look at him and you go, nah, couldn't hurt a fly. Elissa was out. She was getting she'd had a fair few under the belt. She was a little bit of a
I was absolutely tanked,
absolute
dude.
off her head, and someone
Munted.
was being a bit of a fucking yeah. It was I don't even know how to describe it, but Lucky calls me and goes, "Oi, on the flat," and someone's trying to like crack on, give Lissa a hard time. I went, "Okay." I then get a call from Lissa going, "Yes, Lockie's getting talked to by the police out the front of the club." I'm like, "What the fuck?" She's like, "Oh yeah, Lockie just tried to fight this guy that was like giving me a hard time," and I was like, "Okay." And Lockie's not the kind of guy you'd ever expect to arc up. But that was very funny. So Lissa and Tom, whenever they've gone out in Wollongong, to this day, I swear, there's just like no one would give it a crack because they're just like, oh,
Apparently, I
typically,
look like I'm gonna fight people, according to my
yeah,
colleagues, and none of my colleagues know you,
just doesn't leave
and
the
they all think
house.
I've been
Yeah.
in a fight. And I'm like, I've never ever been in a fist fight. The only people I've ever punched are my brothers. Thank you very
Well, I didn't
much.
know you. I'd
Nah,
think you'd throw hands.
I'm so sweet. What are you talking about? I got a mouth on me though. We both know
Better
it.
now, but my God, before you got on all these meds, yeah, there was a reason we didn't talk.
Yeah, I still got a fair.
No, no.
I can talk my shit.
It was just unnecessary. It was like you were just unnecessarily like it'd be like the most unhinged shit for no reason, and most of it wasn't relevant, or it hadn't happened, and you just say it. You're like, yeah, and just go off your handle for no reason. I'm like, I literally didn't do anything.
Well, I was kind of trying to grapple with like the will to live, so
Yeah,
might
okay,
have had
right.
something to do with the fact that I was just like extremely not concerned with being alive.
A different note, R360's not going ahead, so the dogs might sign Pappenhausen.
Ooh, that's exciting. Yeah,
Yeah, and
I actually yes,
you
yes,
guys are
I
losing
heard that
Ruben
on
Garrett.
TikTok.
Yeah, and Manly have lost Ruben Garrett to the Roosters.
Don't even get
Literally
me
one of your
freaking
favorite.
started.
I knew you hadn't you hadn't seen that yet because I hadn't seen you liking any of the Instagram posts, and I was like, I'm gonna tell this like she doesn't know that Garrett's as good as gone. You
Fine,
kept
I hate
Tom
my
Bowler
team.
though. Also, did you hear how Manly announced that how they told Tommy Trbojevic that he was going to captain the club? Do you want to hear?
What? No.
Seabolt did it in the car park before training. Shit, you not.
That's such a manly thing, to be honest with you.
I was
So
just
on
like, yeah.
brand.
Anyway,
That's so
quick bit of
on
funny
brand
English
for
footy talk.
them with just like deranged
Oh,
family.
like
Just
they've
like,
just brought back Kieran Foran as an assistant coach. And they could have like they had this opportunity to do this awesome social media release, one of our best ever players. Nah, told him in the thing, being like, "Oi, Tommy, you're now captain." They say he's gone. Like, all right, let's go to training, boys. Like, your club is in shambles. I am enjoying it so much because we have been shit for so long, and now we're actually relevant. Ugh.
I just hold on to the fact that I've seen them play in 3 premierships and I saw them win 2 of them. So I had my time and I'm very aware they're going to be basically shit for the rest of my life. And but I'm a loyal supporter and they are my team. I do love them, but God, the
I
execs make
mean,
me want to
you've won
strangle them.
premierships more recently than the Dogs, so I can't say anything. It's been
No, we
over 20.
haven't.
Yeah, you have.
Didn't you guys win one like a couple of years ago?
We were in 12 and 14, but we didn't win. Storm won 12.
Oh.
Bunnies won 14.
Don't even get me started on Storm. You know my hatred for them.
You know what? I don't hate Storm that much. They're kind of likable now.
No, like I like the players, but I'm still mad at the old execs for what they did because we could have won
Oh,
more.
salary cap drama. Oh, yeah. You could have had a
That
salary
was
cap.
like That was like 6 premierships we were in. We were in the
Yeah,
premiership game, and we
you
lost like 6 of
won.
them because of the
It
salary
wasn't
cap thing.
six. It was one.
No, no, they
It
got
was
stripped of like 4 or 5 then.
two. Two. They got stripped of two. Oh seven and oh nine. You were in seven. Eels were in nine.
There was more than that they were
You
looking
won
at. I don't
eight,
know
but
if
you
they got.
versed them again in 10. No, Chooks and Dragons were 10. But no, you guys versed them a couple other times. You versed them a lot in the final series, but you only versed them in the grand final 3 times.
I feel like we versed them more than that, but okay.
It seemed like that because you guys versed them in the prelims every year.
I swear it was more than that, but okay, I'll believe
No,
you.
no,
No,
because I
where
went to
did all
two
my
of the
ink
prelim
go?
games.
Dude, I
Mm.
think my pen's leaking. Sorry, I got distracted. ADHD, this is what happened. So
All
the
right.
reason I was meds, forgot to take my meds.
Okay. All right. All right. So, what's your goals for this week? Obviously, we're going to get back into training.
Yes, yeah. I genuinely, my gym bag is packed and sitting on the end of my bed, ready to go after OzTag tonight. Or I go tomorrow morning. Yeah, I'll probably go after OzTag tonight. Because I
What time
don't
do you
really
have to be
run.
up?
Huh?
What time do you have to watch? What time do you have to
Uh,
wake up?
well, I've got late work tomorrow
Yeah.
normally, so I got a booking this afternoon, and I don't start until 9:15. So I got it's easy, not a
Okay.
hard thing.
Okay.
My game's not till 8:15, so that'll
Sure.
be good. So I'll go post that, and I'm gonna switch it and do an arm day instead of a legs, and then I'll do legs tomorrow when I've got more time, because
Fine.
we both
Yeah.
know I have gotten to the point where I talk to people in the gym, and now it takes me forever. So that's annoying, good and bad in the same sentence. But sometimes I'm like, I don't have time for this.
All right. So you talk to them real quick before you start. You get your session done, and you can talk to them after. While you warm up.
Yeah, yeah, I try to, and then they keep coming to talk to me, and I'm like, damn it, stop talking to me.
You say that, hey, I'm
Um,
going to get this done. I'll chat to you after. People
no,
are
I
usually
just
ready.
apparently I look approachable now because people keep recognizing me from our videos, and I'm like, fit.
There we go. There we go.
So
Uh,
yeah.
my goal. What my goal for this week?
And what is your goal, bro?
Thailand on the 6th. Yeah, off to Thailand. So I tick off my goal that I made as a joke at the start of last year, which is to travel to 2 countries, which is cool. So that's pretty cool.
2 countries, 1 year, love it.
Yeah, yeah. And then I'm back home on the 18th. Got
Which I'm
a
so excited for.
yeah, I'm looking forward to getting home too, to be honest. And
Well, for
and then-
context for everybody else, I literally found out yesterday that he was coming home early.
yeah, I only made the decision recently. So yeah, I just worked out it was going to be cheaper for me to go back to Australia straight from Thailand instead of spending like 2.5 max 3 days in Bali before having to fly out again. So, yeah, and the exchange flights and all of that rhetoric
What
and
is
checking
the
it
actual,
out.
what's the actual day of the week of that? It's on a
Oh,
Thursday. Okay.
I think so. Something like that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know.
18th is a Thursday. You'll have to send me your flight times, and I'll see if if I'm off work or not.
Okay.
I'll come get you.
Uh, yeah, cool. Either way, I landed like two, I think, two in the other.
Well, either way, you have free Uber in Little Sibling, regardless.
Yeah,
'Cause he
something
has no
like that.
job.
All right. Well, fuck, we covered off a lot because we haven't really spoke in a long time, and that was a big old ramble shambles. We'll make these more regular now that we've got a bit more of an organized schedule with things, post exam period and all the
Yeah.
above for Lissa. And then obviously when Lissa was then free, I got crook as a dog, and then she had to go back into blocks, and then she had the car accident. It was just a bit of a chaotic mess. But we will get these more up and running again because these are both enjoyable for us, and it seems that you guys, whenever I post them, really enjoy this content. So we will chat with you very soon. As always, sponsored by Axe Laboratories. Also, there's new products coming in the new year. My new obsession as the standard plug, Impel, highly rate it. Really, really good pump.
I was
Um,
about to ask you about those. How were they? The ones that
so
I sent?
really, really big fan of sorry, immune for digestion as well. It's unreal. They're both really good stacks. I hadn't used them before until recently, and I definitely noticed a avid improvement in my internal health, which my skin has actually improved, which is good. Obviously, I was on a bunch of other vitamins, so it just makes it a lot easier. I don't have to have K2, B2, C2. It's all like jammed in. It's a lot of
Nice.
pills, but it is what it is. Yes, they are a little bit on the spenny side, but they're very good quality. Do rate them. And then I've got all my tubs up there.
Ugh,
But yeah,
yummo.
yes, the key lime pie,
Yeah.
quite a nice contrast to like what I usually mix it with. But yeah, when I'm back home, you can try that one.
Or I was
Yeah.
gonna do a tester of the pumpkin spice
Oh yeah,
today.
this is gonna be content of the pumpkin spice.
Yeah,
Because
because
I bought a pumpkin
unbeknownst to
spice
me, the
tub
other
and
day, yeah, he just
mm,
showed up and I called him and I was like, "What's this?" And he's like, "I got you pumpkin spice." And I was like, "Oh, so cute."
yes, yes. I thought she enjoys spice shit. Always has. So I was like, when it came up. I couldn't find a cherry ripe in Bali to have one to taste it and be like, do I actually like cherry ripe now? Because I noticed now that I'm older and my taste buds have changed a lot. I used to hate them, but I reckon I like cherry ripe stuff now. I don't know why, but I have this funny feeling that I reckon I'm gonna like cherry ripe. So I'm very intrigued
I hate
when I
him.
get home to try a cherry ripe.
I hate him. Ah, you're cutting out, Benny.
Am I cutting out? You were cutting out
You
on
just
me.
glitched. Oh,
Ah,
sorry.
my
Hold on.
fault.
I'll check my back. Yeah, I think I'm
Oh,
back. Am I good?
yeah, I mean, I haven't moved. I'm in the same hotel room, so it could have
Same.
flickered
I don't
here.
know.
Um,
Glitched for
but
a
yeah,
sec.
so engage with the content as always. Give Lisa a follow. I know she hasn't been that active on socials recently, but she's definitely going to be getting more active in socials. I've probably been a little bit quieter than usual, but just been focusing on the coaching and living life a little bit. Got a cool, really nice, lovely little sweet treat review that will be released today for an awesome place that I've been eating heaps in Canggu called Terra Eats. You guys would have actually seen a review I did earlier on their macro food, but they had protein pancakes, and I tried those too. They were lovely. So uploading those. Probably going to be less sweet treat reviews. I'm just sort of out sweet treated myself. And there's a 10K challenge video that I did on the weekend that I'm going to edit up and it'll come out this week. And I actually have lost 2 kilos since that video, which is not great for someone that's bulking. So we'll see how that goes. But vibes. All right. Have a fantastic day. Anything else you want to say before we sign off?
No, miss you. Miss everybody. Let's have
Miss
fun
you too.
and kill it before Chrissy.
Let's go. Have a great one. See you later. Woo!